Hey there guys, and welcome to the next time lapse here on the channel. Before I forget to mention and everything, there will be a tutorial coming tomorrow to the channel, so that should be pretty awesome. You'll have to watch out for that. But in this time lapse, I'm actually going to work on a request that I got in the live stream a little while back, which was a Divergent time lapse. So this is, I believe, one of the logos for Divergent. I didn't actually see it in theaters. This wasn't exactly my thing, but it was a request, so I decided to make a time lapse here honoring that request, of course. This is one of the logos I could find. It's got, I assume, all the different factions on it, the 5 different factions in the book and the movie, I guess. And it uses 5 different colors. You've got a beige, black, red, blue, and a gold color. And you can see those 5 different logos there. I'm actually going to be applying all these onto this white background and kind of overlapping them to make sure it all kind of works together. So not the most complex time lapse in the world, but it does have a lot of cool imagery to it, which is probably one of my favorite parts about it. We're zooming in every now and then to kind of give you guys an idea of how detailed I'm trying to go with the logos here. This is probably the least detailed one. There's a lot of extra fingers in this one that you can't really see, so I think I'm going to eventually work on getting those to be a little more detailed. But for the time lapse here, I just kind of threw them on there to make sure that it didn't last too long. One of the things about the time lapse is that you can never really tell how long it's going to be until you start to edit the footage down. So sometimes, you know, I think I'm going, you know, into 5 or 6 minute territory, or maybe even longer than that, but it really turns out to be about, you know, about less than 4 minutes, which is what this time lapse is. So it's kind of hard to tell, but you kind of judge it by feel. This one felt like it was going a lot longer than it really was, so I probably could have added a little bit more detail to it. But the tree in the center, at least I'm assuming it is a tree, I actually did cut out a whole bunch of little pieces. You'll see that as soon as I stick this part down. And the trick was kind of overlapping them correctly. You can see on the logo, or the logos I guess I should say, is that each one kind of overlaps differently. You know, the red one kind of goes on top of all the other ones, so I kind of made a little boo-boo here because I'm going to have to peel up the 2 bottom pieces of the red logo to kind of sort the blue one with the eye on it and then the gold with the flame on it in a few seconds. So that was kind of a little mistake, but I guess it's okay because I just had to rearrange it a little bit differently. So yeah, there will be a tutorial coming tomorrow. Very excited about that. We're finally making it into summer, which is which I'm very happy about. It was getting kind of cold this winter. Problem is, when you get towards the summer, you know, a lot of the tape gets really sticky, and your hands kind of start to sweat when you start to work with it. So it kind of messes with duct tape. The tape starts to curl with the humidity. That's all great things you have to look forward to when you're duct taping in the summer. So definitely looking forward to that, though, with the warm weather. So now we're on to the 5th and final logo, which is the flame made out of the gold tape. I thought the gold tape would be a perfect match for that. And this one's fairly simple, just 4 different pieces, the circle and then the 3 different pieces of the flame in the center. But you can see on the top left corner how they all kind of overlap, so you kind of have to keep in mind as I'm cutting this out, I'm trying to remember which goes underneath which thing, which it's always kind of the hard part. So it was kind of difficult to make sure this one kind of fit correctly, but it tended to work after a few tries. So after I get that situated, I'll start to stick on the flame, and then we'll be on our way. So we got the bottom piece, and the right piece, and the top piece. That's pretty much going to wrap up this time lapse. And like I said, there will be a tutorial coming tomorrow, so you guys can watch out for that. And there it is. So it looks pretty cool. Get a little close-up detail of all the different logos for Divergent. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow for that the next tutorial. Take care.